Hey, I'm about to do something unorthodox, very creative, and necessary, because I'm in a pinch. And when I get these ideas and I need to do stuff, I need to do it right now. And I left a level in the garage. So, yeah, this ain't at all how you supposed to do it, but watch. I'm about to do this thing. So here's the patient. That shelf right there is going to float on the wall under this TV. And I'm supposed to be measuring the center point and keeping it straight and yeah, making it look nice and neat and presentable, right? But I left my level, so I'm gonna use this blue tape and yeah, watch. And now we do the stuff, the eyeballing. Back here, this is the perspective. So the proportion of the console in comparison to the TV and the fireplace. When this wall is painted black, it's going to be awesome. I decided that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't really have the time or the energy or the money to do a bunch of detailed stuff just to make this a feature wall that's lovely for my fireplace. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to use that blue tape as our guideline for where the shelf would be and how it will line up with those things. And I'd say I'm gonna move it about 2 inches to the right, and other than that, down on the left a little bit. Bang bang, get the screwdriver. So I don't know if you know this, but when I started that project, I started sweating. I knew I would, but I kind of figured it would be so quick that, you know, it wouldn't be a problem, right? But I'm a shadow of my former DIY self, and usually I hire people now for things like this because it takes a lot of toll on my upper and lower body where all my aches and pains are. But hold it, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about tools. Here you go. This is what you need. My handyman homie told me about these things right here. Now these anchors will not fail you. I don't care if you got drywall or concrete, whatever you installing your hanging item on, this here is what you want. What it does is you drill a hole in the wall, you slide this into that hole, and then you pull it back this way and it attaches to the back of the drywall, and then you slide this piece down to the, you know, to meet the surface of the drywall, and it holds it tight against the metal toggle bolt on the back, which will never come out of the hole and will never allow it to wiggle because it's holding on in the front and the back of the drywall. So then you screw the item through. There's a screw in here too that came with it, but you screw through this hole in this front face part of it, and it attaches whatever you're attaching to the wall securely. And there's weight, you know, guidelines for each different bolt that you pick, but I say you can't go wrong no matter which one you pick because of the way it attaches in the back. See that? Yeah. And if you're worried about drywall can hold it, let me just tell you, when we on construction sites and we got to install drywall, they line it up in the garage or whatever staging area we have, and then they walk all over it. All the workers, boot prints all on drywall all the time. But since it's gonna get painted, and nobody care about boot prints, I've seen it happen. We walk on it, they walk on it all day, every day, and drywall can sustain the weight on the surface, so it can sustain whatever you hanging on the wall that's hanging, as long as this bolt is, you know, holding the back and the front piece is attached to the back piece. So don't worry about the weight too much. Just use whatever it tells you on the box as a guideline. But just know that whatever you hang up there, it ain't going nowhere, because whatever you can hang by yourself ain't gonna weigh enough to cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I gotta yeah, continue with my project. Oh wait, get the bracket in place and see it's straight enough, straightish. And why do I say straightish? Because when you think about it and when you look at it, so I don't know if you're familiar with studs, you know, wall studs, 2x4s and things like that, but They're never completely straight when you buy them in the store. They always a little bit warped a bit because they've been laying somewhere, or because of moisture in the area where they've been held, or just different things. But they're never straight. Okay, no wall, no floor is ever straight and completely level in construction, ever, ever, ever. Okay, and then most of the stuff is handled by men, so I ain't trying to come down on the men or nothing, but attention span really ain't their thing. So, they want to hit it and quit it and go to the next thing when they working. So, yeah, none of this stuff is perfect. So when you put it up, if you use your little level and it says that your TV is completely level, but it look crooked as hell, the TV ain't perfectly rectangular. When you put your little level on your fireplace, that bracket on the wall might be straightish because it's metal. It might be a little bit better at being exact, but natural materials ain't never gonna be exact. And the front of the fireplace is glass, so the way they attach the front of the fireplace to the bracket that's on the back of the glass on the fireplace, and that attaches to the other bracket on the wall, it's too many pieces to be perfect. So don't worry about perfect. Don't worry about your little level and what it tells you. Get it as good as you can get it, and then eyeball it so you can look at it and say, oh, well, none of these things is perfect, but guess what? They all line up. So just make sure you go for all lined up. And that's why I don't care about how they say I should do it in construction, because it's not perfect anywhere, ever. But it can be good enough to the human eye if you eyeball it and use the two together. That's fail safe. Use them both together. Offset one with the other. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't be afraid to DIY some stuff, and don't be afraid to mess up some stuff, because you know what I know? Every house that was ever built was built with the same materials. You got plywood, you got studs, you got nails, you got screws. Well, nails ain't really the way. Screws are more secure because of the ridges. It holds on to the material better inside. So yeah, nails slide out eventually. And all that. You got nail pops in your ceiling right now. Look up there. Little nail pops on it. But yeah, screws, studs, 2x4, 6, 8, whatever. Floor joists, 2x10, 2x whatever. Your deck was made with 2x12s. It's all wood. Wood, plywood, all different kinds of wood. Siding, sheeting, this and that. They all built the same. Somebody come in later on after all the plywood on, and they install a brick mortar situation. So you got a brick facade instead of a shingles or a siding or whatever. You can have a metal roof. You can have a shingle roof. It's all in the construction department in the store down the street. So I'm never intimidated by construction, DIY, or anything. It's all made the same stuff. Just like us. We all made it the same stuff. It's a little bit of variation in there, but we all the same pretty much. Inside, underneath. Cut it open, it's gonna look the same as the next person's mostly. But yeah. Whew, I said all that to say what? I don't know, just, I've been a DIY queen for years. I started hiring men to help me do the things I couldn't do. But then I realized eventually that, wow, it's gonna cost regardless. And it's gonna cost even more now than it used to. Good God, it used to be so easy. It's not no more. Everything's expensive. But yeah, you put the bolt in there, slide it, pull it back till it's tight against the back, slide this little piece down, and once you got it nice and secure, you snap off the 2 long pieces, and boom, it's in there. Okay, we good. I put that special anchor right here, and I hit a stud over here with these 2, so I'm good and supported all the way around. Gotta patch these holes from where the other shelf was hanging, and this right here, I had pipe shelves, flange, whatever, put it in the bathroom. I'm gonna show you, but yeah, we good. All right, and this is the new home of the old shelf. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna put on it yet, but yeah, maybe towels. And look at this, a perfectly good piece of wood, right? But you can look at it and tell it's crooked. You see how it looks like a wave right here? Boop. And then it goes, but wood absorbs moisture and it gets cold and it contracts just like skin. It just fluctuates. So there you go. Yeah. Here we go. We got the shelf up. Oh wait. It's working. Look at that. I like it. When I paint the wall black this week, it's gonna be awesome. Look at my little friends, my little birdies, and my thinking lady, and my wise old owl. Some of these are going downstairs on the basement console because that's new too. Seeing as how I had flood in the basement and I had to get all the floors replaced and the baseboards. And yeah. But I was inspired to finish my bedroom while I was doing things. I'm in a creative mood. Might as well just do what it do. So why? Tell me why.